Hey humans! Ever wonder why ADHD is like an invisible passport? While you're here struggling to remember where you left your keys, someone in Japan is being called a lost puzzle piece. In France, they're philosophizing about your artistic brain. And in India, they'll offer you herbal tea to calm your monkey mind. Yep, ADHD isn't just about forgetting Netflix passwords. It's about how the whole world sees, or ignores, the glorious mess that is your brain. But before you think this is just a boring geography lesson, I promise you'll get why Japan sees ADHD as laziness and how apology emojis save lives. Sweden IS secret to turning ADHD into a creative superpower. Spoiler, involves Ikea and washi tape. How Brazil mistakes ADHD for Carnival spirit. And why that's as problematic as it is hilarious. Oh, and stick around till the end because I'll reveal the country where people with ADHD are considered witches. Yes, witches. And no, it's not France. Chapter 1. Japan, the land of order, and Ganbaru. In Japan, discipline and hierarchy are sacred. Kids learn to follow rules early, which is great, until you have a brain that'd rather break rules to doodle dragons in notebook margins. ADHD perception. Called Michi na puzzle, lost puzzle piece. Many still see it as laziness, not neurodivergence. Treatment, rigorous organization therapy, plus meds, and tons of apology emojis in group chats. Fun fact, 40% of adults with ADHD in Japan are diagnosed after 30, usually after forgetting their boss's birthday. Snarky. Take. Try explaining to your boss that you missed the deadline because you hyper-focused on folding 1,000 origami cranes. Good luck with that. Mind. France. Oui, your brain is art. In the land of wine and existentialism, ADHD is seen as a brilliant but scattered mind. ADHD perception. Oh, you have ADHD? You're like the Picasso of procrastination. Less stigma, but lots of romanticizing. No, ADHD isn't just being creative. Treatment. Self-acceptance therapy, plus espresso by the gallon. Fun fact. The average French person with ADHD sees a therapist twice a year and a barista 10 times a month. Snarky take. In France, even ADHD has flair. Instead of hyperfocus, they call it divine inspiration. Forgot your kid's name? C'est la vie, mon ami. 3. India, ADHD, Ayurveda, and miracle teas. In India, mental health often blends with spiritual traditions. Here, ADHD isn't a disorder. It's a sign your chakras are misaligned. ADHD perception. Families turn to yoga, meditation, and teas that promise to tame the monkey mind. Treatment. Mix of modern meds, plus ashwagandha, and endless patience from grandmas. Fun fact. 70% of ADHD diagnoses in India are for kids whose parents say they talk more than a spice salesman. Snarky take. In India, your grandma will hand you tea that cures ADHD, bad karma, and breakups. Does it work? No. But hey, hydration. 4. Brazil. Is it ADHD or just the heat? In the land of Jaitinho and Carnival, ADHD is often confused with needing Jesus or tropical energy overload. ADHD perception. He doesn't have ADHD, he's just hyper. Must be the soda. Treatment. Therapy, meds, and unsolicited aunt advice. Drink passion fruit juice, sweetie. Fun fact. Brazil has one of the highest rates of ADHD self-diagnosis thanks to TikTok and shady online quizzes. Snarky take. In Brazil, even ADHD is festive. Forgot to pay the electric bill? Blame the carnival spirit. Works until the lights go out. Sweden, the neurodiversity paradise. In Sweden, neurodivergence is celebrated. Here, ADHD isn't a bug. It's a feature of your operating system. ADHD perception. Schools use adaptive methods. rocking chairs, flexible schedules. Treatment. Focus on practical skills, like using hyperfocus to build Ikea furniture. Fun fact: Swedes with ADHD are 30% more likely to work in creative fields and 100% more likely to lose keys inside their own apartment. Snarky take. In Sweden, ADHD comes with instructions. Forgot your task? Just say your hyperfocus was in lagom mode, aka just right, or whatever. Shats Kenya, ADHD and ancestral wisdom. In Kenyan communities, mental health is a group effort. ADHD, it's seen as a gift to chat with many spirits at once. ADHD. Perception. Elders use stories and rituals to help focus. Treatment. Mix of modern therapy and oral traditions, plus dances that tire out even turbo brains. Fun fact: in some tribes, kids with ADHD become storytellers, which is why your whole family knows you forgot the milk. Again. Snarky take. In Kenya, your grandma will give you a bead necklace to calm the restless spirits. Ask how it helps ADHD. Shh, the spirits are listening. Cha 7, USA, ADHD, capitalism, and Ritalin. In the US, ADHD is a roller coaster between productivity superpower and excuse to sell more meds. ADHD perception. Tech companies hire ADHDers to think outside the box, then complain when they burn the box. Treatment. Stimulants, plus therapy, plus $50 planners that become coasters. Fun fact: 1 in 5 U.S. college students has misused Ritalin to study. Spoiler, 80% ended up on TikTok at 3 a.m. Snarky take. In the U.S., even ADHD is hustle culture. If you haven't launched a startup by 25, you wasted your hyperfocus. Get your priorities straight, people. Here's the big takeaway. ADHD isn't a life sentence. It's a brain accent. And every culture has its own way of handling or mishandling it. Global lessons. 1. No right or wrong. From Indian chai to Swedish Ikea hacks, do what works for you. 2. Laugh at the chaos. Mock the absurdity, like explaining ADHD to a Kenyan grandma. Shame doesn't pay the bills. 3. Find your tribe. Whether on Reddit or a Parisian cafe, someone gets your 50 mental tab struggle. Pro tips. Steal cultural hacks. Try meditation, colorful sticky notes, or glitter alarms. Educate the masses. Tell the world ADHD isn't laziness, bad karma, or carnival mode. Love the mess. Your brain is a global party, and good parties never go as planned. Mic drop moment. ADHD isn't a disorder. It's travel mode. And the world? Well, it's learning to be a better destination for turbo brains. Until then, keep being the organized chaos you are. Call to action. Comment your country and your favorite ADHD hack. Share this with anyone who knows neurospicy is just fancy for awesome and unpredictable.